folks, right here.
Mayor, yes, you
Yes.
talked about training this plainclothes unit and selecting the right people. So what's your timetable for this, and when would they actually start operating in the precincts that you want them in?
First, let's understand, we already have a team out there now, and many of you remember when the previous administration disbanded the plainclothes unit in the precincts on the campaign trail. I made it clear that was the wrong thing to do, that we should not have done that because you need the element of surprise when you're policing. And in August, they heard me. They put in place a unit with an unmarked vehicle that they have been playing a major role in removing guns off our streets. And so we still have that unit in place, and they're doing a great job, a heroic job in doing that. While that unit is in place, we're going to now, in a 3 weeks period of time, probably sooner, but in 3 weeks period of time, at a maximum, we're going to put in this new unit that is going to be in a modified version of plainclothes.
Mr. Mayor, in terms of...
Hold on. Lisa, I'm not going to forget you, trust me, but let's follow the flow.
Hi.
How are you, Sally?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I was wondering, how do you plan to convince legislative leaders in Albany to make these changes to raise the age to bail, to address the concerns that you've raised? And also, just one very quick question, do you have a total cost of this plan?
Okay, first let's get with the lawmakers in Albany. I cannot make decisions for the lawmakers. We have, different levels of government, and I respect that. I'm going to share with them the numbers. Soon as we did raise the age, go look at the numbers. Look how fast the gun crimes went up with our children. Those of us who are old enough to remember drug dealers that sold heroin and crack cocaine, when the laws stated that you would treat children differently, the drug dealers would give the drugs to the children. Right now, when you stop someone in a car with a gun, that 14, 15, 16 years old, he raises his hand. He said, "It's my gun. No one in this car knows anything about it. It's my gun." Because the bad guys know, give it to the children. They're going to family court, and they're not going to have a hard penalty. They are using these children. And the law, for all its good intention, it is allowing these bad people to use these children the same way we saw back to how they use them for heroin and crack cocaine. So I'm going to show them the numbers. I'm going to show them the data, and I'm going to do the best I can to convince them. And I believe the shooting of these amazing officers last week is going to send a real message, just as when Officer Burns was shot, sent a strong message. When Wenjen Liu and Ramos was shot, it sent a strong message. This is a window of opportunity to say, let's get this right. I know what they were trying to do because I fought for what they were trying to do, but we can't do it at the expense of 11-month-old babies being shot in our streets.
Mr. Mayor, you mentioned in coordinating with the state troopers and the Port Authority police for checks of people coming in, the traffickers in particular, coming in across the bridges and the tunnels, the buses and the train stations. How soon would you be able, do you think, to implement something like that?
Well, when you think about it, Lisa, right now, you can get on a Greyhound and carry anything you want into the city. There are no spot checks. You don't have to check every person that comes through, just as we do in the subway system. Right now in the subway system, we have random bag checks. Just as we do that in the subway system, we need to do that at the Port Authority. We need to do that at Amtrak. The technology is there where people can put their bags, every 10th person, every 8th person can put their bag through the scanner to see what's in it. It sends the message that you're not just going to come into the city. I communicated with the governor's people, and she's open to coordinate this with us. It's imperative that we get the assistance of the governor. I'm going to reach out to Governor Murphy in New Jersey and get him on board as well, so we can send a strong message that you're just not going to openly carry guns into our city.